Hey, Patriots fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved New England Patriots. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. This way, you'll stay updated and never miss any breaking news or exclusive content. The NFL world has been buzzing with whispers and speculation after a recent trade rumor involving two of the league's promising young defensive stars. The New England Patriots and the New York Giants might be cooking up a deal that could shake up the defensive landscape in a major way. The rumor mill suggests that the Patriots are considering trading Christian BARMORE, their rising defensive tackle, in exchange for KAYVON THIBODEAUX, the Giants' dynamic edge rusher. If this trade actually happens, it could signal a significant shift in both teams' defensive strategies and potentially impact their future draft plans and salary cap management. Christian BARMORE, drafted in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft, has been a strong interior presence for the Patriots. Known for his ability to disrupt both the run and the pass, BARMORE has shown flashes of becoming a dominant force in the trenches. Meanwhile, KAYVON THIBODEAUX, selected 5th overall in the 2022 draft, brings a different kind of explosiveness off the edge. With his speed, agility, and pass-rushing skills, THIBODEAUX represents a high-upside player who could fill a critical need for the Patriots' defense. The Giants, on the other hand, might view BARMORE as a way to bolster their interior defensive line, potentially increasing their run-stopping power and complementing their existing edge rushers. The rumor suggests that both teams are looking to address their defensive weaknesses, and swapping these young talents could be the solution. While no official announcement has been made, sources close to the negotiations hint that talks have been intense and ongoing. Fans and analysts alike are eager to see if this deal comes to fruition, as it could reshape the balance of power within the AFC and NFC East divisions. Christian BARMORE's tenure with the Patriots has been marked by steady development and glimpses of star potential. After being drafted from Alabama, where he was a standout in a powerhouse defense, expectations were high for BARMORE to anchor New England's defensive line. His rookie season saw some ups and downs, as is typical for many young players adjusting to the speed and complexity of the NFL. However, his second year showed clear improvement, with better technique and increased impact plays that drew praise from coaches and teammates. BARMORE's ability to clog running lanes and pressure the quarterback from the inside makes him a valuable asset in any defensive scheme. The Patriots have long prioritized strong defensive fundamentals and versatility, and BARMORE fits that mold well. Yet, whispers from inside the organization suggest the Patriots might be willing to part ways if it means acquiring a player like THIBODEAUX, who offers elite pass-rushing ability and potential game-changing plays. THIBODEAUX, meanwhile, has been somewhat inconsistent in his early career with the Giants, battling injuries and adapting to the pro level. But his ceiling remains incredibly high, with scouts and coaches consistently noting his athleticism and motor. The Giants might see an opportunity to gain a reliable, disruptive force inside, which could better balance their defense and help shore up the middle. This possible swap underscores a larger trend in the NFL, where teams constantly seek to optimize their rosters by targeting specific skill sets and schemes. If this trade happens, it might also reflect shifting philosophies about what each team values most in their defensive front. With the Patriots' track record of maximizing talent and finding hidden gems, acquiring THIBODEAUX could be the missing piece to elevate their pass rush to an elite level. Conversely, the Giants might view BARMORE as the steady, foundational player to build their defensive identity around. As this rumor gains traction, the sports media landscape is already buzzing with speculation on how these two players would fit in their new homes and what this means for their respective franchises' future. Whether or not the deal comes through, the mere possibility of such a trade has sparked exciting debate among fans and analysts across the league. Turning to the strategic implications, the potential trade between Christian BARMORE and KAYVON THIBODEAUX carries deeper ramifications beyond just swapping two defensive stars. The Patriots, under Bill Belichick, have always been masters of adjusting their schemes and personnel to maximize effectiveness. BARMORE, as a traditional defensive tackle, fits a mold of strength and disruption in the middle, essential for controlling the line of scrimmage. However, the NFL's increasing emphasis on speed and edge pressure may be pushing the Patriots to prioritize dynamic pass rushers like THIBODEAUX. If the Patriots indeed pursue this trade, it might signal a strategic pivot toward an aggressive, blitz-heavy approach that relies on edge rushers to create havoc. This could alter the entire defensive scheme and personnel groupings, shifting resources and draft capital toward complementary players who can support a fast, explosive front. For the Giants, acquiring BARMORE might suggest a desire to solidify their interior defense, which has struggled against the run. Their defensive line currently lacks a dominant presence who can consistently demand double teams, allowing linebackers and secondary players more freedom. BARMORE's ability to absorb blockers and make tackles for loss would theoretically open up opportunity for the Giants' linebackers to make plays and improve overall defensive efficiency. It's also worth considering the financial side of the trade, as both players are young and still on their rookie contracts, but with different trajectories in terms of salary and cap hits. The Patriots might be motivated by managing salary cap space more efficiently by swapping positions, or potentially freeing up future draft capital. Meanwhile, the Giants may be looking to stabilize their defensive core with a player who can provide consistent impact. This rumor opens the door to numerous what-if scenarios about how the trade could influence the identity and success of each franchise moving forward. The mere prospect of this trade adds an extra layer of intrigue to both teams' off-season plans, signaling that managements are actively exploring bold moves. As more insiders weigh in, it will be fascinating to see if the Patriots and Giants can find common ground to finalize this deal, or if it will remain a tantalizing but unrealized possibility. Either way, it's a story that promises to capture attention and fuel debate well into the upcoming NFL season. From a fan perspective, the possible swap of Christian Barmore and KAYVON THIBODEAUX ignites a firestorm of opinions, hopes, and concerns on social media platforms and sports forums. Patriots fans have grown fond of Barmore's development and see him as a cornerstone of their defensive line for years to come. The idea of trading him away for THIBODEAUX, while exciting due to the latter's explosive pass-rushing capabilities, also stirs unease about losing a player with proven interior presence. On the flip side, Giants fans are divided, some eager for a fresh edge rusher to elevate their pass rush, others skeptical about giving up a player like THIBODEAUX, who still shows flashes of elite potential. The trade rumor adds fuel to ongoing debates about each team's defensive priorities and player evaluations. Fantasy football enthusiasts are also chiming in, weighing how the switch might affect individual stats and value for the upcoming season. Analysts are dissecting game tape to project how each player would fit in their potential new systems and what that means for defensive production. The rumor's viral spread across Twitter and sports podcasts demonstrates how much anticipation surrounds these two young stars. With the NFL offseason often quiet compared to the regular season, such rumors create a welcome buzz, reminding fans that team-building chess matches are always underway behind the scenes. Whether the trade is a win-win or a risk for either side is hotly debated, and it has sparked renewed interest in both franchises' off-season moves. For now, fans can only speculate and imagine how their teams might look with Barmore or THIBODEAUX wearing a different jersey. The rumor itself has become a talking point that extends far beyond the usual sports circles, reflecting the passionate and invested fan bases of both the Patriots and Giants. This back-and-forth chatter keeps the excitement alive as the NFL world eagerly awaits official news or further developments. The timing of this trade rumor is also noteworthy, as it arrives amid a crucial period in both teams' off-season planning. The Patriots are known for making bold moves early in free agency and the draft to set their roster's tone, while the Giants are in the midst of retooling a defense that has faced challenges over recent seasons. If talks about swapping Barmore for THIBODEAUX gain traction, it could mean that both front offices are already anticipating how to address their defensive needs even before the draft begins. This could affect their draft strategies significantly, perhaps pushing the Patriots to focus more on offensive weapons or secondary help if they shore up the pass rush with THIBODEAUX. For the Giants, acquiring Barmore might allow them to target different types of defensive players in the draft, focusing on linebackers or corners to build around their interior strength. The rumor also highlights the NFL's increasing trend of player trades involving young, high-potential athletes rather than just veterans, reflecting how teams are willing to take risks on players with upside. The financial and contract details behind such a trade would be complex, with teams needing to navigate salary cap rules and potential extensions. The timing suggests that this could be part of a larger strategy rather than an isolated deal. It raises questions about what other moves the Patriots and Giants might be considering and how this trade fits into their broader vision. As we approach key NFL offseason milestones like the draft and free agency period, the buzz around this potential trade will likely intensify, keeping fans and analysts on high alert for any confirmation or leaks. The coming weeks could bring surprising developments, making this rumor one of the hottest topics in the NFL offseason landscape. Speculation about the impact on team chemistry and locker room dynamics also adds an intriguing dimension to this possible trade. Both BARMORE and THIBODEAUX have established relationships with teammates and coaching staffs that could be disrupted or enhanced by such a move. The Patriots have a tight-knit locker room culture, and integrating a new star like THIBODEAUX would require careful management to maintain harmony. Similarly, the Giants would need to ensure that bringing in BARMORE complements their defensive leaders and maintains a positive team environment. The players themselves must also adjust to new cities, systems, and expectations, which can affect performance, especially for younger athletes still developing their game. Rumors suggest that both players are considered professional and coachable, which might ease any transition challenges. However, any trade involving high-profile young players inevitably sparks questions about motivation and morale. Will BARMORE thrive in a new role with the Giants? Can THIBODEAUX fulfill his potential in the Patriots system? These questions add layers of intrigue as fans imagine the ripple effect beyond just on-field performance. The personal side of such a trade often gets overlooked but can be pivotal in determining long-term success. The locker room narrative adds another layer to the growing discussion around this potential swap, with insiders closely watching how both teams might handle the human side of the deal. These intangible factors could ultimately influence whether the trade becomes a win-win or a cautionary tale. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Media outlets and sports commentators have jumped on the rumor, generating a wave of coverage that amplifies the buzz around this possible trade. Analysts have debated the merits of the deal on major networks and podcasts, weighing the strengths and weaknesses of both players in detail. Some argue that the Patriots could significantly improve their pass rush with THIBODEAUX, addressing a glaring need that has plagued them in recent years. Others caution that BARMORE's interior disruption is too valuable to give up lightly, especially in a division with strong running games. For the Giants, the trade could be seen as a way to gain reliability inside, but at the cost of a potentially elite edge rusher whose best years might still be ahead. The media attention also brings pressure to both teams' front offices to clarify their intentions or risk fan backlash. Social media amplifies every comment, rumor, and insider tidbit, creating a feedback loop of speculation and excitement. This media frenzy ensures that even if the trade doesn't materialize, the story will continue to dominate headlines and conversations. It's a testament to how high-profile and marketable both BARMORE and THIBODEAUX have become early in their careers. The coverage also highlights the importance of defensive stars in today's NFL, where game-changing defenders can shift momentum and outcomes. As the rumor evolves, expect even more intense scrutiny and analysis from every corner of the sports media landscape, feeding the feverish anticipation among fans and experts alike. Finally, the uncertainty surrounding this potential trade fuels endless scenarios and what-if questions that make following NFL offseason rumors so addictive. What if the Patriots successfully acquire THIBODEAUX and turn him into a perennial All-Pro? Could the Giants turn BARMORE into a foundational player who transforms their defensive line? What ripple effects might this trade have on other teams and players, as shifts in personnel can trigger chain reactions across the league. Could it influence the draft or free agency moves from multiple franchises? These speculative questions captivate the imagination of fans, coaches, and front offices alike. The rumor's persistence underscores how the NFL is a constant chess game where bold moves can redefine careers and legacies. It also highlights the value of young, versatile defensive talent in the modern game. Whether this trade comes to pass or remains a tantalizing possibility, it has already sparked rich dialogue and storytelling that will keep the NFL offseason compelling. As fans eagerly await official news, the back-and-forth chatter provides endless material for debate and analysis. This rumor might just be the tip of the iceberg in what promises to be an eventful and unpredictable offseason for both the Patriots and Giants. The drama and excitement surrounding the potential BARMORE-THIBODEAUX swap remind us why the NFL offseason is never truly quiet, and why rumors like this capture our imagination and passion for the game. One fascinating angle to consider in this rumor trade is how it might influence the coaching philosophies on both sides. Bill Belichick and Brian Daboll are both highly respected coaches, but they emphasize different defensive priorities. Belichick's defense has historically relied on adaptability, disguising coverages, and creating pressure through varied looks. Adding a player like THIBODEAUX, who can explode off the edge with raw speed and power, might allow Belichick to dial up more aggressive blitz packages and rely less on complex zone schemes. THIBODEAUX's skill set could enable the Patriots to generate pressure without needing extra blitzers, freeing their linebackers and secondary to focus more on coverage. On the Giants' side, Daboll might see BARMORE as a stabilizing force in the interior line, helping to clog running lanes and free up linebackers to roam and make plays. This might reflect a more traditional defensive approach, emphasizing gap control and physicality. The trade rumor, if it becomes reality, could symbolize an evolution in defensive philosophy for both teams, showing how player personnel decisions are closely intertwined with coaching strategies and game planning. It highlights the complexity of NFL roster building, where a single trade can ripple through every level of a team's operations, from practice drills to game day calls. Another critical factor fueling speculation about this potential trade is how each player's injury history and durability could influence the decision-making process. KAYVON THIBODEAUX, despite his high ceiling and explosive ability, has had some setbacks due to injuries in his early NFL career, which has caused concern among evaluators about his long-term availability. The Patriots, known for their rigorous conditioning programs and focus on player health, might view THIBODEAUX as a high-risk, high-reward gamble worth taking if they believe their medical and training staff can keep him on the field. Christian BARMORE, while also having dealt with some physical challenges, has generally shown greater consistency in availability, which might appeal to the Giants as they seek to add reliability to their defensive front. The balance between talent and durability is a crucial calculus in trades involving young players, as availability often equates to value in the NFL. This rumor gains more intrigue as insiders debate whether the Patriots' confidence in their development system can outweigh the injury risks, and whether the Giants are prioritizing a dependable presence over explosive potential. These nuanced considerations add depth to what might otherwise seem like a straightforward player swap. Finally, the ripple effects of this potential trade could extend well beyond the Patriots and Giants, influencing other teams' strategies and the broader NFL landscape. When a high-profile trade involving young, high-upside defensive players occurs, it sends a signal to other franchises about how to value and prioritize certain positions. If the Patriots successfully acquire THIBODEAUX and he flourishes in New England, other teams might accelerate their efforts to find dynamic edge rushers in the draft or via trades, shifting league-wide defensive trends. Likewise, if the Giants find success with BARMORE anchoring their interior line, it could spark a renewed appreciation for dominant defensive tackles who can control the trenches and change the complexion of a defense. Additionally, this trade rumor might trigger domino effects, with other teams looking to upgrade their pass rush or interior defense by exploring trades, free agency, or draft moves. The NFL is a highly competitive ecosystem where one significant move often leads to multiple reactions, reshaping rosters and strategies across the board. As this rumor develops, it becomes a focal point for understanding how individual player moves resonate far beyond a single team, influencing the direction of the entire league's defensive philosophies and player valuations. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.